There are billionaires on this planet who feel that the birth rate is now or is going to be too low and that the population will collapse in the US or maybe even globally. Please note that a person does not usually get to become a billionaire by caring about the masses or the quality of life concerning the masses, especially when a large part of their concern is survival on another planet. One thing that they are good at is making you feel that if you don't agree with them, then you are not of sound mind or do not possess an intelligence that is worthy of their conversation. So, if you think that their concern is to get you, the poor person with no job, or the wage earner living paycheck to paycheck who is aware that the system is rigged, on their side of understanding regarding how their intentions are good and how they are here to help humanity, you obviously can choose to believe what you would like to believe. I, on the other hand, don't trust or believe it. Please understand that when people have megaphones with such great influence and control over what a society can believe, how it can function as a whole, and just how it's affected overall, the question is not whether or not they can get the society to drink the Kool-Aid, but more so if they can get the society to ask how much and what flavor, because we not only drink it, but we stand in long lines to pay for it. Yes, I do believe that the powers that be are so cruel that they prepare cyanide for us to consume and make us pay for it. Oh wait, kind of like how we're being experimented on by making us eat food products that are not food products in the grocery stores. Even if you choose to grow your own food, are the seeds already genetically altered? What toxins are already in the air? What toxins are already in the soil? And therefore, that does not seem to leave us with much of a choice, but to be a participating subject in their experiment. For those of us who have been in this human experience for a while, we can see the transition or the devolution in the food products that are being made available. Then with the made-up inflation that is taking place, they're making us pay high prices for it. Well, getting back to the billionaire elites, there is a very small and powerful collective at the top of our worldwide societal power structure who are truly in control of the narrative, even above those billionaire elites who you see on national television and who also lend themselves to interviews through YouTube and other social media platforms. The true power beings are never seen or heard by us directly, but clearly there is an agenda, and there is actually more than one reason why we are being forced to, in the famous words of Ike Turner, eat the cake, Tina. The majority of humanity would not willingly agree to be experimented on in such a way. Therefore, we are being forced, because for the best outcome regarding an experiment, you have to have participants. That agenda of the ghost elite is the umbrella, and everyone with power under the umbrella, whether wittingly or unwittingly, sets the stage for the short-term and long-term goals of their agenda to be met. I am only pointing out one of them. This altered synthetic form of consumption is not being as tolerated by the older generation of society or the society that is already in circulation. They need babies to be born, a generation of new humans at this time who consume the new form of synthetic food product to see if humans can be sustained on it. This is why it is in baby food and synthetic milk products for babies. I mean, after all, if a colony of people are going to survive on Mars, they need a way to grow or create food product that the body will be able to digest, absorb, and eliminate safely. We are the guinea pigs. And just like the systematic programming that gets initiated in the womb, what a better way to ensure humans can tolerate SPFCs or synthetic products for consumption than to start in the womb, making it the only consumption the body knows. At that point, the hope is that the body will find a way to survive while here and therefore override the fact that it's not consuming real food that was naturally grown and from the earth. Again, remember, there are always layers as to why things are being done, especially when things occur on a larger scale. The larger the scale, the more difficult it is to see the black and white of it. With this being said, there are other reasons why we are being made to consume the SPFCs, but for the sake of the current point being made, I will not get into those other reasons. Now, while prices for SPFCs or synthetic products for consumption are skyrocketing, the agenda is always control, because the hope is that we are so busy trying to figure out how to survive that we won't possess the collective fight to challenge what is happening. Even when it appears that plans of an agenda have changed or shifted, the angle is always wealth, power, and control. I do not know that society will ever be allowed to see the complete truth of how we are and have always been manipulated and controlled. Also, I don't understand why we would think the planet would not survive without so many humans on it who are exhibiting cancerous behaviors toward it. I think the Earth can handle itself. I believe this planet is far more intelligent than we are. I somehow doubt that the existence of the planet depends on humans to be here to oversee the cycles of nature. What is in jeopardy of a decline in birth rate or a death rate that outweighs the birth rate is this current capitalistic system. That is what would not survive. What we do about our food poisoning that we're being made to pay for, I do not consciously possess the answer at this time. Even though I don't consciously possess the answer, one of us, if not some of us, do possess the answer. That is why I encourage all of you to continue to tap into your inner greatness, believe in your abilities, and bring forth the information and actions that humanity needs to move forward in the wake of the fall of this current system. I do think that we could continue to heighten our awareness, continue to raise our vibrations, and retrain our bodies to not have to eat 3 meals a day with snacks in between. Our eating habits are also part of a program that has been marketed to us for the sake of productivity in our industrialized society or workplace. Seeing that those in control seem to have a form of Munchausen syndrome, if we change our eating habits to consume less SPFCs on a daily basis, we may be able to survive long enough to come up with a solution to prevent the slow poisoning of humanity. Because this is something that those at the top of the food chain, pun intended, don't want us to accomplish either, the consumption of these products may also inhibit our ability to open our third eye, come through our awareness, and be in our higher capacity of knowingness that we are created to be able to achieve. They do not want us to be thinkers and creators. They need for us to be producers. They need for us to produce products, goods, and services so they can stay in control. And they will, as long as we continue to pay for the Kool-Aid and consume it. This concludes today's Chronicles of a New Black Woman by Dar-Luz. Until next time, do your best to free yourself of the program, continue to raise your vibration, connect to your frequency, and remember that the universe begins with you and I.